Welcome to this radio channel and in the follow-up to my video about solar activity and its effects on shortwave propagation, this video will give you 3 websites that I use regularly for information about what's happening with solar activity and the geomagnetic activity. So if you want to try to tune the bands, wonder, oh, I don't hear a lot tonight, or there's something bizarre, well, you can actually go to these websites and see if maybe we're in a solar, just had a solar flare, are we in a geomagnetic storm, and what's the overall conditions. The first website is solarham.net, and solarham.net is a nice place because it has all the information in one big page. It has the graphics of what the bands look like in the, for example, K-index. So here the K-index is a measure of the geomagnetic activity, basically. You have a roundup on the left side here of SFI, which is solar flux. That's pretty much the amount of energy from the sun that's reaching us. It's a number that goes from 60, that's the lowest, to about 400. And as you see now, it's 102. So we're not at the lowest, but we're not really very high either. So basically what you want, solar flux, the highest number possible, is usually good. Another interesting thing is here the A and K indices. A index is the average for 24 hours of the geomagnetic activity. K index is the updated every 3 hours geomagnetic field activity. You notice that these numbers are green, and what's nice like with this page is that the numbers will change color. So when they become yellow or if they become red, that means we're getting some activity. You have, of course, the representation of sunspots, what the sun is looking like right now. You have a graphic here on the right side of the K index, which is nice. This gives you a roundup of, so you see here January 2nd, 3rd, and part of January 4th. The K index, green, we're okay, not too bad. We want to have a K index that is as low as possible in general. But if you look at, other graphics, like for past 7 days, you see here the red and the yellow geomagnetic storming activity and so on. So it's a great place to check for solar activity. It is very detailed. He updates his webpage with, of course, what's happening with the sun regularly. So if you want to know if there's solar flares, if there's anything happening, lots of information on this page. You'll have the global D-layer absorption map, and of course the pictures of aurora borealis around the poles. So you really have a great page that has all the information about what's happening, and updated quite regularly. So it's pretty nice. Another page that is nice has a little astronomy side to it because it's not only about solar activity, but it is nice. It's spaceweather.com, which is another one. And here you see, information. They'll give you information about, is there a chance of storming and so on. So here you have chance of storms delay. NOAA forecasters estimate 40% chance of geomagnetic storms January 4th. So it gives you an idea of kind of a lookout of what's going to happen. Maybe there could be some geomagnetic storming and so on. And you have basically the same information here on the left side. So if you look, you'll see the solar flux 102. So you have more information. The K index once again showing up, and all the information about what's happening. And if you're in a hurry and you just want to have the 3 numbers, that's solar flux, A index, K index, dx.qsl.net. That's a very direct one. Propagation, you click here, you've got with the time solar flux 102, A index 7, K index 2. Once again, these are also numbers that have different colors. So if K index becomes 4, you'll see it become yellow. If it's at 8, you'll see it red. So it gives you a very, very rapid look at geomagnetic activity. When I want to know if conditions are good, usually what I do is I come here and just think of solar flux the highest possible if you can. Usually it improves propagation when the solar flux is higher. But the K index is also very important. Usually 2 or less, conditions aren't too bad on the shortwave bands. 3 and above, it's starting to get a little rocky. Above 6 or 7, shortwave bands are really affected. That's for sure. And of course, you have all the other information here, sunspot and so on. You have the same pictures of the auroral activity. You see it's very slight right now. Graphics of solar activity and geomagnetic activity. And you have a nice map here of the gray line if you want to know where it's dark and where the gray line is depending on where you live. And of course the maximum usable frequency map depending on where you are. So this is a nice little place to go also. And you get basically all the information here. And you know what? You don't have the internet, you're somewhere DXing. Well, at 18 minutes past each hour on WWV, that is on 2.5, 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25 megahertz. Just tune one of those frequencies when you hear WWV. At the 18th minute, there's a solar weather report. And it's very useful because sometimes you can be in a DXpedition and you're wondering, okay, I'm at the expedition somewhere and I want to know what the conditions are. I don't have access to the internet. Well, WWV will give you all the information you need. That's for sure. At 18 minutes past the hour as a solar weather report. So I hope you enjoyed these little tools that I've shown you here. That helps you understand a little more. It's very important because there's lots of interaction between the sun, geomagnetic field, and shortwave. So when you start to comprehend all of that, you will have a better shortwave experience because you will be able to understand when it's good or not to listen or to tune in the shortwave bands. That's for sure. If you enjoyed the videos, why not subscribe? You'll be informed when new videos are online. Give us thumbs up if you like the videos. And thank you so much for following us.